most disrespectful things that someone has done to you. According to Reddit. Number 15. My ex didn't allow me to have any female friends. I literally have a noise for that. And friends wouldn't even let me say my best friend's name in front of her. Oh my God. That is insecurity. That is A cup titties if ever I've seen them. Is it even fair to call them a cup when it's A? Fucking burn. We broke up because she fell in love with her best friend. Now, if that isn't imposing or projecting your insecurities onto somebody else, I don't know what is. I like to think that because her eyes were wandering, in an intimate capacity, she was trying to stop her boyfriend from even seeing other people. I've heard of not being able to see other people, but this is ridiculous.
You will not utter her name in front of me.
Hello to Banal Vulgarian. Hello to Pandaren and Wandering. It's lovely to see you, Linda, and I hope you're having a fantastic day, Banal. Stay fresh. Funky fresh. As we all just polish our magnifying glasses in our ongoing effort to try to figure out what happened. What happened to Dr. Disrespect? Why? We arrive at number 14. I was in 5th grade, 10 or 11 years old. I didn't do homework often because, well, my teacher was mean. I didn't want to do anything that he asked me to do. But I decided to put in some extra effort to finish all of my overdue math homework so I could submit it the next day. I finished all of the worksheets in one night, stapled them all together, wrote my name on the top. But only the top, I'm guessing. I gave them to him, he looked them over, tore off the top page, and then ripped the rest of them in half and threw them away. He looked at me and said, "I don't know who those belonged to. They didn't have your name on them." And then he kept me inside from recess and told me to redo them all? I mean, listen to me, man. Just because y'all are little motherfuckers doesn't mean you can let teachers get away with all kind of shit. Okay? It'd be one thing if he lit that shit on fire right in front of you, my dude, but if you ripped him in half, you pick up those pieces of paper. You go straight to a vice principal or a principal if you can. You take this to your parents and say, "This man ripped up my work. Even though I assembled it all together and put my name on top, he ripped it up and said, 'Oh, I don't know who these belong to.' He didn't tell me to write my name on the other things. He just ripped it all up. He then told me that I needed to sit down and do it all over again. So, we got two options here, alright? He admits that he fucking did this, in which case, good. Maybe some good will come out of this bastard being a piece of shit to a little fucking kid. I bet you feel like a big man, dude. And if he says, no, you ripped it up, and I'll be like, look, man, I'm not here to play games with you. All I wanted to do is do this work. So if you want me to write my name on all of these pieces of paper and then tape them back together so you can read this ripped up shit since I'm the one who did it and not you, here you go, my dude. Makes a lot of sense, right? I would do all of this fucking work and then rip it up just to pay, make a story for you or some shit. I don't give a fuck about you. What I really want is for you to grade this damn shit so I can get out of here. You're literally not even the big part of my day here. I got Sally coming over to my house later on. You wouldn't know nothing about that in your crusty ass marriage with that saggy titty hoe that you call a fucking female.
Sile, your streams are helping me through the bad week I've had. Thank you.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, Dr. House. And here's hoping that I will always be here, in some capacity, to help you through the bad times. Ariana says, oh my God, I would have told my parents. We would have done something. You know what I mean? You can't just let people get away with shit, man. What you mean? I did some work and you ripped it up. I put time and effort into something and you ripped it up? Your bitch ass didn't say write your name on it. You just ripped it up and said, I don't know who those belong to. Do it over. Do what over, bitch? You better fucking light this shit on fire right now. Before I start screaming and say you fucking touched me, you dirty ass old man. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm 10 years old. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I will tell everybody right now that you asked me to suck your dick, fuckboy. Are you kidding me? I'm 10 years old, and trust me, kids these days know they have that power. But they always had that power, and, you understand me? People will get away with as much as you allow them to get away with, so you can't do it. You can't do it. Look at Twitter right now. Twitter is allowing these girls to just go,
Do you know that man that I've never met? He was inappropriate with me. He harassed me.
I'm just glad that they're the guys that obviously have evidence to refute that. They've been able to show receipts. As they call
it's really great. It's really great stuff. It's really great.
He harassed me. He touched me and my body, and he objectified me.
And everybody on the internet's like, can we see a picture of you? And then she show a picture of herself, and it's actually like a dog-faced person. And then the person who she accused, you look at, he's like, I had a word with my lawyers, and they told me that it was okay to make this statement. So you guys are willing to click this link to go to my statement. You'll be able to see what's going on. And you click through the statement, and the statement's like, that bitch is a hoe and a lying dog of a dog-faced bitch. Brr, you know what I mean? All the growling in the world couldn't keep me away from that bitch because she got a nose like a dog too. Just been sniffing me out in it. Oh, yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Number 14, -1. I was living with my girlfriend for 2 years. In the middle of that time, we broke up and she moved out 2 months. For just 2 months? Because she couldn't stick with any job for more than a few months and tried jobs in another state. She came back and we started building our relationship back up. We went on many trips and things were going good. Months later, we went on a Christmas-like thing at each other's families' homes. Our families got
gifts for their significant others. So when he went to her family's house, they got a gift for him, and when they went to his house, they got a gift for her. That's what that says.
When he says our significant others, I don't like that making sense for my family got something for her and her family got something for me. You know? Our significant others. Bitch,
Yeah,
what? It just doesn't make sense, bro. Whatever. 5 days later, I come home from work and everything of hers is gone. She just dipped while I was at work. She moved everything in 8 hours. No girl can move everything in 8 hours if she actually owns anything. She had help. And ain't no help like help from a man that want a little bit of that nookie. The what? The nookie. My rent and bills instantly doubled since I was paying for the whole place now. I felt like an idiot for bringing her to my family for Christmas. As you should, okay? People really need to keep their people and bullshit out of the family until they're sure that they can't get rid of these people. In which case, they're probably a breath of fresh air, and the family is the worst part. You know what I mean? Woo! My family was so accepting of her. And for her to just dip a few days later, I always wondered how long she was planning to do this. I never reached out to get answers, but the whole thing nearly ruined my sobriety. It was hard for me to trust a partner after that, and I still struggled with insecurity, to be honest. Anyway, she left the dog, and my dog means more to me than she ever did. 'Cause she's a dog of a woman, a dog-faced... Okay. Also, I'm getting married in October to the most perfect woman and happier than I've ever been. Here's the dog. Of course, you show the dog and not the woman, because the dog's better than the woman.
Oh, is it a corgi?
Of course it's a corgi. You know why he got it? Because he's a fuckboy who watched Cowboy Bebop and couldn't restrain himself. Listen. What?
You could say the same thing of like, oh, anyone who got a corgi in Britain is copying the queen.
They really are. They're not exposed to anything. They need to get interesting with the animals that they get, bro. See me? It's one thing to see a dog and just fucking, I want to say, fall in love with the look of that dog. You know what I mean? But some people see a famous dog in a thing and they go, gotta get it. A lot of America was like, oh my God, look at that lassie. What kind of dog is that? Golden Retriever. Well, I guess it's the dog of America. Gross. Okay.
An even bigger example was Finding Nemo and the market of the fish just expanding, and then, all of those fish just died.
And again, none of those people really cared about the animals. They just wanted it because they saw it. Mm-hmm. See, me though, I got love for Pomeranian Huskies. They got all of the right stuff. There's husky in there,
And they're tiny.
And those are some wolfy dogs, man. The Kyle would want a wolfy looking dog that's like, we've bred them down from the jackals and the wolves to look as stupid and ugly as a pug can get, bro. And that's what some girls want, is a tiny, ugly dog that they can go,
Oh my God, he's miserable. Look at him. I love him.
Have you seen the Alaskan Malamute puppies?
Alaskan Malamute?
Malamute? Something like that. I don't know how to pronounce the puppies. They're so fluffy looking, with little clowns. Little clouds.
They just look like little huskies from what I'm looking at.
They're huge. They're bigger than huskies.
I don't want them to get too big.
Well, they are.
That's probably why I want them to be Pomeranian Huskies. Don't let this turn into a dog stream, Dia. Look at that little bastard. Oh, he's gonna kill all the pussy in the neighborhood. We gotta neuter him.
We really would.
He thinks he's so great. You shut up and stop looking so cute. What a little bastard. That's a Kyle dog right there. Oh, man.
I honestly never thought you would want anything Pomeranian, but I see the appeal of having...
The reason I would want a Pomsky is because they're a smaller version of a Husky. Let's be real. I could never have I'd love to have a pit bull. I'd love to have a Rottweiler. I'd love to have a fucking and that's gonna sound rude. It's gonna sound like a really black dog, like a really man dog. But the truth of the matter is, man, I like to think that some of these dogs can get too wild, as rude as it is to say.
We can visit my family.
Some of these dogs have the capacity to really, and hey, I mean, if they're never in the situation where that kind of thing will come out of them, as they shouldn't be, or maybe, make a great guard dog and shit come to shit, but I shouldn't be wanting that. This poor guy, my heart goes out to anybody who's been in a relationship where they're giving it their all, they're giving it their all, they're giving it their all, and the girl just doesn't care and she like screws it all up, fucks some other guys, decides she's gonna leave, maybe just ghost the dude after, they were trying to make a long distance thing work. And that's kind of cold because it's like, it's definitely over for her, but she just has you in the back pocket as kind of like a backup boyfriend. That's probably still, I don't want to say spoiling her, but yeah, for the most part, spoiling. And she doesn't even need to see you. Ain't that crazy? She got like a physical boyfriend, and then she got like this backup boyfriend. But some girls can't keep themselves off social media, so when it comes to that, juggling boyfriends, you really got to be a deceptive slut to be hiding specific shit. Or outings or things that you're doing, you're creating like specific stories for your Instagram and your Snapchat and your fucking Facebook, you're hiding tweets maybe or something like that, because he can't know about your social life, not when he wants to be in it. Number 12. I almost forgot what this list was. So I go to a meeting for work. Coworker says to the opposing counsel, "Hey, do you want to meet this guy? He's here." And gestures back at me, standing in the hall with a bunch of files. This motherfucker looks me up and down, turns back to my coworker and says, "No." Ugh. That's so disrespectful. But this list could have been gangster, I want some serious disses. I want to share a diss with y'all, and I'm not going to say any names, so nobody will know who it is. And it's just somebody that I know. It's not Dia, it's not Stripes. It's somebody that I know, and y'all don't know them, okay? But this is one of the most hurtful things that they said they were ever told that I'm going to repeat to you. They said one time They went into the bathroom. They were a girl. And the girls, without, like, they clearly were not just, like, being mean bitches. And if they were, they probably had rehearsed the hell out of this, because from what she told me, the delivery seemed like they genuinely meant it and believed it. But this girl walked into the bathroom, and some other girls that were in there said,
This is the girls' bathroom.
and the hurt from that incident reaches me to this day. And you know, maybe I'm a terrible person, because I have definitely stopped to ask many trans people that must be in the midst of trying to pass as a woman what their trans asses, you know, got going on. You know what I'm talking about? And they go,
No, you are not supposed to acknowledge that I'm trans.
And then they run off to cancel me. Little did they know, I've been pressing that button for years. If it was gonna work, it'd work when I pressed it. You gotta break your own cancel button so nobody else can get you off guard. You know what I'm talking about? Woo! I said it, Dia. So what y'all trans asses got going on in the damn stream tonight? I love ya. Woo! I love you. Do you love me? I'm gender frozen as can be, and you're not, 'cause I'm unique and there's nobody like me. Better put on my pants before you see my pee-pee. Dr. House says that's me, Kyle. What trans? Apart from the boyfriend part. I'm really sorry, man. I'm really, really sorry. Don't let girls play you like that. You know? You have a perfectly good Kyle right here who you can give all of your money and your time, and you can go onto the wish list that's in the description. But don't let me just talk about it. Allow me to show you. No, actually, it's in a bad state because I was moving things around because I want to watch them. So don't go to the wish list right now. Usually I have things towards the top that are reasonably priced and should be looked over. Aiden says you aren't frozen. Bitch, how fucking dare you? I am gender frozen. And don't you ever talk to us like that. We will not be challenged. You don't know what you're dealing with, buddy.
You don't know who I am.
That's not how the Lord's internet of circa 2020 works. You don't tell me. Number 11 here. After delaying my flight and rerouting it in the middle of the night. No, in the middle of the flight. They let us off the airplane to stretch our legs and immediately canceled the flight. Forgetting to call for the bus to shuttle all the passengers to the destination airport for 2 hours, a 2-hour bus ride, and missing my connecting flight, the United Airline employee refused to give me a hotel voucher. Are y'all for real? It was 3 a.m. and she told me, I'm sure someone will give you a blanket. Also, after 7 years on Reddit, I finally got my first award. Did you? It's crazy to think that people can get fucked this hard. And it's like, it's just the airlines. You know what I mean, Dia? Airlines will reinvent a way of fucking you in the mouth. You have to wonder if this kind of shit, let me tell you something, okay? The CIA has killed more civilians than you could ever imagine. And I should shut the hell up because every day I put myself on a new fucking watch list on the internet just by browsing the internet. They don't give a fuck about your VPN, how, man? The bottom line is, I've seen some crazy, declassified, legit experiments, not just by the CIA, but by government bodies that know that they can get away with this kind of thing without people being the wiser. And the worst part about the internet these days is that somebody could genuinely tell you 100% something that is going on right now, and you wouldn't even be wrong to be skeptical of them. How the fuck we supposed to believe that? You know what I mean? Long story short, the reason that I bring that up is to say, the CIA themselves could not concoct an experiment that plays on so many psychological levels as to have you in the air, in a flight that you paid for to a destination that you'll never reach because they're going to reroute it while you're in the middle of the air. And then when you land, they're going to let you off the plane and say, hey, y'all just need to stretch your legs. Everybody get off the plane, though. As soon as they close them doors, well, you're stranded here. The flight's actually canceled, okay? We would have called for a bus to get you to where you need to be to catch the next one, but we didn't. You know, it's a 2-hour bus ride if the bus was gonna come, my dude. So you're gonna miss the connecting flight because you're supposed to be 2 hours from where you are right now. And if you expect us to give you a voucher for a hotel, you are frankly mistaken. Happy 3 a.m. because that's what time it is right now. Get the fuck out of here. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, you wonder why, and this is gonna sound that's a little too edgy. I can't even say that. What I was gonna say is you wonder why they make so damn hard sure that you don't have any weapons when you go in the airport. It's not for the people on the plane. It's for the staff. It's for the airline companies themselves, dude. Oh my God. I don't think there are places in the world where people can be more rude than on the other side of a checkpoint where they made sure you didn't have weapons. Damn. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. You know why I don't want to be there? Let me tell you why I don't want to be there. You want to know what happened over in China a couple of months ago and now we're dealing with that all over this country? Ain't no fucking metal detectors can scan against that, baby. And unfortunately, when shit gets real and people get insane and angry, they find new weapons. They find formidable weapons that can adapt with the times. That's all I'm going to say. The Kyle channel does not condone warfare of an escalatory variety. Is that right? Is escalatory a word? Escalatory. You making up words over here, homie. Verb, to increase or be increased in extent. Intensity. Magnitudito. Escalate a war. That should say magnitude to escalate a war, but it says magnitudito. You're never going to find anybody on the internet that's finding ridiculous things so consistently like this. Or at least not as frequently or profound a magnitudito. Use that word in a sentence. There you go. Ayaden says whatever hair he wants or feels like. Hair? What are you guys talking about?
Someone made the reference. You said that you're frozen gender, whatever.
I'm gender frozen, and they're taking it to liken it to some stupid movie.
Yes, and now
is that necessary?
We're hoping that someone will draw you as Elsa with the hair and the dress.
I will not be mocked in my own stream chat about my serious gender identity, okay? As the first and only gender frozen person, because none of you really even understand what it is, so how can you be it? All right? And if you try to think that you know what gender frozen is, it's actually not that. I'll change it, cuz it's mine. And you're not unique, I'm unique. Don't compare it to stupid Frozen. Dumb penguin.
What?
I mean snowman. Same thing, same difference. Fat Battle Kid said, so where is this cyberpunk gameplay at? You're looking at it right now. It's not funny, and I'm tired of people laughing. Listen, I am in Night City, or whatever the hell it's called, right now. And you're listening to a podcast that's actually going out to the people in the fictional world of Cyberpunk 2077. I'm a radio personality much like Laszlo from Grand Theft Auto days, and CD Projekt Red should be cutting me a check, but I'll tell you what, I'll do it for free because I respect what they're doing for this industry that's going down in smoke. And soon they're just going to be having video games that they made before, but with a woman in the role instead. I'm Margot Robbie, and I want to be the new Captain Jack Sparrow. Why? Who asked for that? Nobody watched Birds of Prey, and y'all want to do this? with the same lady who made Birds of Prey? I kind of want you to do it so that you can just, you guys know that scene when Jack Sparrow rides that ship down into the water and then steps right off onto the dock? That's what they think they can do with the movie industry, is just sail, right up to the fucking, but I'll tell you what, a lot of us will be waiting at that dock. And if you try to step off that sinking ship, we will push you right back into the water. You understand me? God damn. You guys, the movie industry had its excuse to just properly die. This virus has come. You guys have tried the internet and see what it's like to distribute on streaming platforms, charge people a little bit of money. They're willing to pay it, man, instead of going to the dumbass theater. Let the theater become something else, dude. Let the theater become much like a draft house. Now that's what I'm talking about. Where they're serving alcohol, where there's no damn kids, where, you're in a couch or at a table. Maybe it's a dine-in thing as well. And that works out perfectly. It'll keep America nice and fat.
There's a cup, so be careful.
America will get used to eating while they watch something, and that'll encourage them to keep eating all the time.
Oh, yeah, I'm so American. And I'm proud to be an American.
Actually, I have an idea. Amazon, please. I need to get a weight bench. And I will stand up next to you because the weight bench is probably too expensive. Here's a weight bench for me to sit my ass on. $174. Hell nah, baby. What the genuine prickle props? Why y'all gotta do this to a dude? How much is this one? If the other one was $100, how much is this one? Damn it. I just want, how y'all do it on my back on the fucking floor? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? So my man Squawk Dog is all like, only cinema I go to is some little one that sells beer and rarely has kids. That's what's up, man. I can say it to you like this. I have no problem with the movie going experience. It's that if I ever have to go again in my life and put up with like kids, oh nah, dude. Dia and I have gone out of our way to go to some fucking late ass showings, my dude. And they roll right up in there with them little babies, holding the baby. What are you doing? What the fuck you got going on now? You bad showing up with the baby in the goddamn theater? All right, listen. What the fuck? Did you kick something?
Yeah, the trash bag by accident.
Oh. You kicked my dog and now my dog needs operation. You don't tell me, damn right.
But what were you talking about?
Oh, just now? That thing?
Yeah.
It's a reference to something called Kick Dog, which was a prank call that was put onto the internet back in the early days of the internet when there was probably like 20 videos to go around. You kicked my dog and now my dog needs operation. And if they were to hold a microscope up to that these days, they'd probably say that the guy who did that was insensitive because he wasn't really Indian. And only Indian people should play Indian people in prank calls on the internet. Ah, yeah, you see how stupid it all is? Desiree's like, hi, Kyle. I'm growing into a woman. I don't even want to know where that's going from or coming from or going to. So number 9, I just moved out of my parents' place into a new city. Not all bad. I had a friend from a college that I was reacquainted with. He even introduced me to a really cute girl that I was becoming rather fond of. Sorry, I almost said coming before becoming. Talk about getting ahead of yourself. After a few months, he had ascended to a really solid best friend status, and signs were looking good between she and I. I told my friend that I was going to ask her out, or thinking of it, and he told me to go for it. She definitely would be down with it. He was so excited to hear it and really kicked my self-esteem into place. It was going great. So I invite them all to celebrate my birthday at a pub. Hopefully I'll work up the courage to ask this girl out. Having my friend's recent encouragement really did do a lot of favors for my confidence and comfort around the idea. When I arrive at the pub, I'm 10 minutes late, but there's no panicked texts, so I assume I'm okay. They aren't there either. Guess we're all running late? I order a drink and get comfortable, and another 20 minutes passes. I decide to give my friend a call and he doesn't pick up. I send a text, no response. After about an hour, I'm now calling the girl asking if she's coming. No pickup, and I send a text, no response. I'm on drink number 3 in a mostly empty pub on a Tuesday night. My only company, a gathering of old dudes and sad-looking blue collars clearly in no mood to socialize. I'm watching the basketball, sorry. My brain almost said baseball, and my mouth was like, no, read this word instead. I'm dying. Well, if it isn't my man, Jorge. I'm not lying. I panicked and, oh my man, thank you. Jorge, thank you. Because you just made me panic and reach for my phone because I didn't want that for you to do something and for me to not recognize that you did something, but he just donated 20. I appreciate and love you, my man, Jorge. You're amazing. Let's, you actually took a weight off my shoulders, man. You scared me. Oh boy. I love you, my man. You're amazing. So, I'm watching basketball, try whipping up conversation with a bartender of all the sad things, and he's not really interested and quickly cuts me off to literally go do anything else. After 2 hours of waiting, I give a last couple of calls to my friend, desperately hoping that he picks up. I call the girl, and neither of them pick up. I've accrued a $30 bar tab and I'm in no shape to safely drive home, so I decided to just sit there for a bit, but then just feel myself getting sadder, more lonely, looking probably a lot like the blue-collar sacks occupying the stools beside me. I'm on the unfortunate... Let me... Listen. I've said this before, and I want to say it again very concisely so that I don't bore you with the point that I'm trying to make. Some people, when they write something, if you told them to make it long, they could add a couple of more sentences to it. You know, think of yourself when you're writing an essay for a class or something, you know, and you need to really fluff it up. So you're doing the equivalent of like verbal double space, you know, but you're not so into the fucking story that you could write a goddamn chapter about it. You know what I mean? This is still fucking work. And worse, you recognize that in the world that you live in, you kind of need to be snappy with the things that you articulate to other people. Otherwise, they'll lose interest. Like, I am in this story. We fucking get it. Mention the fucking sad blue-collar people at the fucking bar again, my dude. You know what I mean? And it's when it gets this lengthy in a Reddit post that I am inclined to believe that it didn't really happen and that this is yet another wannabe author's fucking, you know, what's the word? Fantasization. No. It's their narrative exercise, you know? It's them just taking the opportunity, they're treating it like a writing prompt, to just make up a story. It is another writer's or aspiring writer's fiction. That's what I believe this story is. Because, yes, your birthday, yes, embarrassing. You shouldn't want to write me a novel about it. Get to the fucking point. So I work up a $30 bar tab. Okay. But I'm too drunk, so I can't drive anywhere. I'm just sitting here, starting to look like the blue-collar sacks occupying the stools next to me. And I'm the unfortunate soul closest to the window, in clear, miserable view of all the happy, meandering couples and groups of giddily chirping friends passing by on the sidewalk. So I find a gun and decide I'm gonna lay waste to all of the Chads and Stacys because I'm tired of them getting the pussy that belongs to me. I deserve the pussy. And I also should get a girl that's 20 years younger than me because that's how it works in my mind. Killing me. My original plan was to just sober up after a couple of hours, but that fell through. I couldn't stand being in there. And after one last call, after 4 hours of waiting for them to come to my birthday, I just walk home. I took about an hour, but the fresh air and exercise at least made me feel less mopey and downtrodden. There could always be another day, another attempt, maybe. They had a really good reason, maybe an emergency, maybe something that just puts things into perspective. I get home, and my friend finally texts me back and says, oh, hey, yeah, sorry. I don't wait for the follow-up text. I immediately call him and ask what's going on. Okay, so I went to go pick up that girl, and I decided I would ask her out. Dude, you gotta understand, she was like into it immediately. You won't believe it. We actually been fucking for the last hour, 4 hours nonstop. Happy birthday. Now, a part of us maybe expected this about 3 paragraphs ago. But because he's made us wait so long for it, I don't even care to react. If this is the type of guy that he is, then he deserves this. Fuck him. And they probably did this for a good reason. You know, a lot of guys are pieces of shit, horn dog bastards. But if you think you have somebody that you might consider best friend material, and they're at least something of a friend to you, as you approach your birthday and you tell them, I'm thinking of asking a girl out, a mutual friend of ours, you know, on my birthday, you know, maybe they might hang back and not try to fuck them. And worse, when you call them on the birthday, you tell them, oh, I've been banging this girl that you were planning to ask out. You gotta understand, bro. It's like, who cares about this story? You fucking made it up. You fucking made this up, you son of a bitch. I don't often get this, like, upset reading something. But I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. A couple of months later, I moved out of my apartment into a room rental situation and was able to rebuild a social circle through my housemates and their friends. Boo-hoo, motherfucker. I have 0 friends that I talk to, like, in person. Or, I mean, maybe a lot of people are social distancing right now, but before all of this went down, you know, I don't have a social circle, nor do I feel I'm desperately in need of one. Not saying it makes him weak, but oh my god. You are actually witnessing me diving into somebody's user history, and that is not something for a stream, and I apologize. But I don't believe this guy worth a damn. Worth a damn. Seraphin says, after moving out of my parents' house, I met up with a friend and got introduced to a girl, asked her out, got stood up. Turns out my friend was fucking said girl. Yeah. That's how short that story could have been. On my birthday, no less. Oh man, that sucks. Oh man, that sucks. Dia, why'd he suck the fun out of this for me?
Because people gay.
You know, he sucked the fun right out of it for me. And like, some of these aren't even like well-written, amazing stories to me. They're like groveling. They're stories that are so sad that I feel like in their brain, they're thinking, if I make the story pathetic enough, people will give me the upvotes. But that's what this list is about, right? Times you were disrespected? Number 8. Locked my new bike up outside of supermarket and ducked inside to get some yogurt because it was Friday, and that's how I de-stress after a long week. Self-checkout line was busier than expected, but I was in and out in about 10 to 15 minutes. Didn't want to leave it for too long because someone had pinched the seat from outside my house a couple of weeks earlier. Pinched the seat? Of the bike? It's his new bike and somebody pinched the seat. I don't know what that means, guys. From a short distance, that's what he wrote, I can see that my bike was facing the opposite way.
I think it was a typo, just like instead of short.
I know that he meant short. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, you mean the thing before?
Yes, instead of pinched, I think they meant like punched. Like the seat was punched.
Oh my god, Linda's the one right here. In this context, pinched means stolen.
Okay.
But we don't say things like that. Not where I come from. not where I come from. There's an episode of Arthur where I think the term that they use is gleep. Arthur gleep. And gleep is another word for stealing, but the episode was self-aware enough to know that not everybody is going to recognize that term, and in fact it kind of I don't know, was necessary that people regard it as a stupid term for stealing so that everybody could have it explained. It's not like I haven't heard the term before, man. It's just every entry now, somebody got to put something crazy in there. Pinch the seat. Fuck me, man. From a shirt distance, I could see. Is this a game? You know, can you imagine if he had like mad misspells and they all came together at the end to form some kind of bullshit? Pinch shirt. It's like a leprechaun. It's a St. Patty's Day thing. Okay, from a short distance, I could see the bike facing the opposite direction than the way that I'd left it, and I felt a little bit confused. As I got closer, I saw my U-lock looking like a pretzel. It seems like someone had tried to wrench off my lock, failed, and then just picked up my bike and tried to use it as a leverage to pop the thing off. They failed again, but succeeded in completely fucking up my entire aluminum frame. Total write-off, could not be fixed. Aluminum frame. Maybe it's because I'm a big ass motherfucker. I know that if I got a bike, it would need to be such a powerful bike that no man it would need to be a bending robot, you know, circa the year 3000 to really teach that thing what's up. Because it's got to have the brace, it's got to have the thickness to support this fat ass riding down the lane. Cling, cling. That's my bicycle noise. You're welcome. Number 7, former boss owed me some back pay for a legit reason. My wife went into the hospital for a month because of a complicated pregnancy. The baby was a C-section and then had to be in the NICU. The day of the C-section, the boss said that he wasn't going to pay me anything. Edit, for everybody asking, yes, of course I put in a complaint with the Ontario Ministry of Labour. Unfortunately, if an employer doesn't pay even after an order, it's put to collections. I don't know what that means. If the person is shitty enough like this dude was, they just dodge those collections as well. Oh, collections meaning like debt, and maybe debt collectors call and they try to get the money out of him. I'm sure it'll catch up with him eventually, but at this point he's been run out of his home city. Can you imagine? All over some stupid debt that you don't want to pay some bastard? He probably hated that guy. Jesus says Kyle would need vibranium frames. Didn't think that you would see a Marvel reference like that tonight, huh? You all know it, vibranium now, isn't it? No. I don't know why I was thinking of adamantium, but vibranium is it's the Wakanda one. Isn't the shield made out of both an adamantium and vibranium alloy?
I think so.
What is Captain America's shield made out of? Because I'm sure that it's both, dude. Vibranium's the MCU answer, motherfucker. Okay, in the animated movie Ultimate Avengers, based loosely on the Ultimates, Captain America uses a shield made of vibranium and adamantium, a compound. Bruh. Where's the Give me the answer. Give me the answer. Bruh. Let's not do this. Okay. As we continue through this list, where do we arrive? Why, at number 6, of course. A kid at school, when I was younger, who put out his cigarette on my face. I still have the burn scar. There's disrespect, and there's like, Jesus Christ, man, what did this kid? A lot of the person edits and says a lot of people have been asking me about the repercussions and suing them for damages. And I was really, really young back then, maybe 14, and the rules around bullying wasn't set in stone. They let it off as kids being kids, even though I had a serious burn mark on my face. We filed a complaint, went to the police, and sued him. In the end, the lawsuit returned us with something minor because he was too young. So he did get some tasks that he needed to fulfill. It just wasn't enough for me. It's pretty fucked up. When you're a kid, you get away with it, boy. Unless you're black, of course. And then they'll try you as an adult. You know what I want to say, but I can't say it, said the white man. So they'll just do it. They'll smear some fucking oil all over their face and blackface it up. I'm Jimmy Kimmel in my black face, and I'm Jimmy Kimmel in my black face. See you guys later on my Tonight Show. Whether you want to watch it or not, I'm going to infiltrate YouTube, and they're gonna make you watch it. I'm at the top of all of you on your stupid trending page. Me, Jimmy Kimmel, blackface man. Damn, Jimmy Kimmel. Relent, Jimmy. A dude named Jimmy giving us hell. What the fuck? Has someone told you your name? Number 5. I take my lunch break in my car. Like a king. Okay? I had a lunch break and I could take it in my car? You better believe I'll be doing that. I recline that seat like a king among men. Maybe get a roof holster for my phone. Just kidding, the roof would be too far away. But what if it extended downward, you know? And I could have like an arm with the phone that extends in front of my face. And then I get like one of those, fleshlights that like, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm getting hot. It's always getting hot in here. Look, I take my break in my car for lunch. Always have for the past 10 years. I park in a peaceful, quiet area overlooking the duck pond. I open the sunroof to get some fresh air. And to listen to NPR at lunch with current local events, and it's really nice getaway from the monotony of office life. Yeah, you need anything to get away from that office life, baby. Apparently, a coworker who historically had a beef with me started telling people that I was doing marijuana on my lunch break, and that's why I never ate in the break room. She compiled a lengthy list of my behaviors that would mimic drug use. The list included things like being spaced out, being more talkative some days than others, and often being tired. Oh yeah, you mean being a human. She also started keeping a folder of extremely petty mistakes I made to prove that I was high at work. These mistakes were such minor oversights that they affected no one at all. She took this proof to not only our boss, but to the physicians who own and run our office. She presented it as concern for my well-being, but we were truly concerned. No, but if she were truly concerned, she would have brought it to me first. Luckily, all of my bosses knew my work, and they were 100% at all times, or that I was 100% at all times. I didn't even know about any of this going down until she was fired a year later for unrelated reasons. Looks like the joke's on her. Oh no, he said that. Well, the joke's on you, Ashley. I'm the motherfucking boss now, and I actually do marijuana every day. I do it. I do the marijuana every day. Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day.
Hey, to them niggas who been thinking we soft, we don't play. We gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hey. Smoke weed every day. Enough. But I wait until after hours because I take pride in my work. True Silver really put the ass in Ashley. Ain't nothing like a fat ass too. But, they come second to the big T-down. Number 4. My abusive first girlfriend said to me, "I'm glad for your mama, because she doesn't have to be around you anymore. Wow. She's dead, isn't she? Literally the same night I confided in her that my mom ran out on me and I hadn't seen or heard from my mom in years. That's an abusive girlfriend. The same night that you tell her that your mom ran out on you, she goes,
I'm jealous of your mom, because at least she doesn't have to be here putting up with you. Yeah, you just told me that, yeah. I'm jealous of her. How do you feel about that? What are you gonna do? I'm taking this cord. I know it goes to one of your devices that you fucking need. You can play a little bit of it now, but when you're gonna need to charge it, you won't be able to play anymore. Oh, I should go find your mom and be happy because we're away from you. How do you like that? Jesus Christ. Gonna go fucking drink everything in this fucking fridge so that you won't have anything and you don't deserve it. And if you want something, you can get out of here and go get it. And don't come back too soon because I enjoy the time away from you. Just like your mom. Just like your mom. Oh, I fucking got you! Stupid bitch.
Do you have some repressed thing that you got?
so with all women, yeah, it just comes so natural because you're all like that. Dia.
Bitch, the fuck is wrong with you? I've done nothing to you but love.
I wish it was a flashback.
Disrespect.
That is like so tame. I would be dying laughing if a girl was like that, you know? The girls that I knew took shit to the next level. Y'all don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
Fucking scary.
You have to wonder how many levels there could possibly be before gravity kicked in. You know what I mean? Shit. You know, just defying the law. It's magical shit out here because the law dictates that gravity should have stepped in by now. Can only have so many levels before they just topple the fuck over. You know, give out under their own weight. But she was like,
Hey, you see this fucking level? I'm taking it to the next one!
it's like, whoa. I'm so sorry. How about these jeans you can't fit into?
Oh my god, you did not see that!
Number 3. Oh my god. I'll start having to argue this with myself on the stream. Fuck it. Number 3. I was making out with a girl sometime after midnight in a bar on New Year's Eve. That's right. Lips and shit. She pulls away from me for a second, looks at me and says, What am I doing? I'm drunk and you're ugly. Hey. Oh my god. I'm drunk and you're ugly. Damn. She wasn't drunk enough. She wasn't drunk enough. Big, big titties. Tonight. Join me, why don't you? In destroying the rest of this stream. I need all of you to remember that you need to jump into the Discord or DM me on Twitter or even Snapchat, CYAEL, me the shit that you're finding, because I want to be the first to cover things. I said it. I don't care about any of the clout or the attention. I just want to be part of the conversation so I can drop abysmal takes and you guys can be like, I'm so sick of this guy. You know what this guy said? But also, I don't want anybody else to have that take, and then you be like, oh yeah, well I like this take, but then I said it first. Damn it. Seraphin Bear says, what music was that? Well, the prominent portion of that was the flute from Sadness and Sorrow in Naruto. Naruto has a song called Sadness and Sorrow that has many different variations, piano variation and a flute variation prominently. And it goes do 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 do. It's good shit. And the shamisen comes in and it's all like I'm telling you, man. If you know that song well enough, It'll never not be funny when a scene comes on and you hear that. It's funny as fuck. You know somebody really they gonna hit you with a flashback.
I was a young boy in the village.
Get the fuck out of here. That song is hilarious, dude. Listen, I promise you, Naruto's a really fun watch, okay? Naruto is a really fun watch. I just can't get over Naruto Classic. It's mad funny. But if you're ever gonna watch it, listen to Sadness and Sorrow Naruto. Just Google that, you know? And listen to that song at least 10 times. Give yourself a day and listen to that song 10 times. And when you hear it in the show, it's gonna fuck you up. It is gonna fuck. So melodramatic. It's really good. Maybe it's genius. Maybe it's great. And that's why it's so like, it provokes such emotion out of me. Number 2 on this list. It was the first day of one of, honestly, you know what I wanted to do? You know what I wanted to do? Yo, if I wasn't trying to get struck, that would have been the backdrop for this whole fucking video, son. That would have been the backdrop for the whole... It was the first day of one of my college courses, and we were telling everyone our names. I said mine, and the professor said, my husband wanted to name our son that, but I didn't want him to be made fun of. My name is Angus. There's a Number 1. I was working at a Dairy Queen when I was 16 years old. It was a hot summer day, and a lady came in and dumped her melted blizzard upside down on my arm and hand. In the process, it covered my register, the wall, and the floor. She started yelling about how her ice cream had melted and how I needed to make her a new one. She was served in the drive-thru. I was working the front counter inside. My coworker said that she left over 20 minutes ago. I still had to make her a new one and give her a refund. How is life fair? All I wanted to do was not be made fun of by all these people in this village. And all they do is ostracize me and cast me aside. But you'll see, when I grow up, I'm gonna become the Hokage. You're just a piece of shit because you don't understand me. You don't understand me.
Naruto, stop! Sasuke, his entire clan is dead.
What do you mean?
His brother, he slaughtered him out. He is the last of the Uchiha clan.
So what you're trying to tell me is that he's alone too?
Yes, Naruto. If anybody knows the sadness and the sorrow, it's Sasuke.
I never looked at things like that. Thank you. I should try to befriend this Sasuke. Him and I are much more alike than I thought before. If anything were to ever happen to him, I think I'd go crazy. Yo, fucking Naruto, yes. Dude. That's good stuff. Alright, look, that's the end of the stupid list. What are we supposed to do? I'm really sorry. I thought that list would have some stuff that like changed people's lives, and they had to like you already know this is a Karen. She's standing with her arms folded. You already know this is a Karen. She's standing with her arms folded. Let us see what is going on in it.
Do you really need this?
Do you really need this?
Uh-huh.
How about that?
Ooh, how about that? Oh, you gonna go crazy?
I'll get real close to you and hop on you then. How's that?
You're gonna get close. What the fuck?
Asshole.
Get out. Get the fuck out. Oh no, that's not her kid, is it? Oh, that's your kid. Your mom's famous for being a bitch that just walked up and coughed on somebody. What did she say? Oh, she said, you're lucky I don't kick you, as long as it wasn't something a little bit more racial. Bitch, you really... Your instinct when you were being recorded was to get your face real close. This should be a crime, my dude. If you should be wearing masks in certain places, and you're coughing on somebody specifically knowing that this is a time. Maybe she was being recorded because she wasn't wearing a mask. Yo, I don't know a girl, outside of you guys, my beloved stream, that wouldn't deck a dirty slut in a goddamn mouth, not even just for coughing on her, but for violating her personal space in a way where it's like, it seemed like you coming at me. You feel me? If Zimmerman bitch ass could get away with doing some stupid shit and saying he's standing his ground, you know what I'm talking about? Like if somebody is effectively charging at you after saying, I'm going to cough on you like this is an anime and they're announcing their move before they come. Let's see how many steps she had before we knew she was going to do what she said.
I think I'll get real close to you and hop on you then.
If somebody said some shit like that to me and they were at least an arm length away, they would catch one of the sweetest uppercuts you've ever seen in your fucking life. Because what they are saying... Let's forget the words for a second and listen to the message. The message is, I'm going to infect you. Whether you're making light of this whole, like it's not even a big deal to you, you just think nobody's dying and there's no disease going around. You are right now in the midst of a pandemic going, I'm going to cough on you. I'm going to tell you something. My hand would become a fist before my mind could catch up with what's going on. My mind would be like everybody standing around like, what? And my body would just be like, I should cow. You know what I'm talking about? She'd be on the ground like, oh, because her jaw. You know what I'm talking about? I'm kidding. I wouldn't be hitting a woman. But, maybe, just maybe, I would kind of brace my shoulder like a linebacker and just hit it one time. You know what I mean? She coming at me like she gonna cough on somebody? Wait a minute. Looks like you're about to get sacked, lady. The comments are supposed to hold the story. It has been picked up by local news. Oh yeah. You're famous, bitch. I'm gonna cough on you? Here's the story. Yesterday I learned firsthand the power of conscious or conscientious bystanders. It took 30 seconds to end 15 minutes of aggressive harassment. I'm a mother of 10 and currently a brain tumor patient at the Mayo Clinic. Obviously, I don't get out much right now. I had an appointment in the town and center area, so I donned my mask and ducked into a store to escape the heat while I waited for my appointment time. Dia, the woman has a fucking brain tumor, and some dirty slut came over to cough on her. Thank God we have cameras so you can get the attention you deserve, you fucking Karen. Oh my God. There were two small children wandering around the store. They were unattended for an extended period of time, and the little guy was doing the potty dance. It became apparent that they belonged to a woman at the register who was becoming increasingly belligerent. She was screaming at, swearing, insulting, and threatening the staff as she demanded to return an item that she didn't have with her. I've heard of bitches going in there without the receipt, man. But without the item. Get me the money, I'm white. Just a photo of the item that she had on her phone. Money, please. The staff were professional and respectful, but they couldn't return an item that she didn't actually have. Do you know how foolish you are going to look for the rest of time. I hope when your kids get old enough, they don't find this documentation of how stupid their fucking mother is, because what a dumb slut you are, my dude. Oh, there was a pandemic going on back there, so I told the bitch I was going to cough on her, and then I got all in her face after I was yelling at staff trying to return the item that I didn't have, but I got a picture on my phone. Is that how the world works? She going to raise her kids like that, ain't she? She's probably going to raise her kids to where they hear a story like this and they don't even see anything wrong. And then they can lie and trick people and get into relationships only for them to realize too late the kind of massive assholes they dealing with. Oh my God. The story continues. She continued to rage, all the while her poor little boy was squirming and asking for a bathroom, while she would have needed to leave the store to find such a bathroom. When she positioned herself so the clerks couldn't exit the checkout area and screamed that she would stay right there. You're blocking people now? Yeah. I want to see the store cameras. I hope they release that to the news. I pulled out my phone and wordlessly began filming. She immediately turned her attention away from the staff to me. The video tells the rest of the story. I did not speak, react, or engage. That's how I do it. I'd just be dropping like YouTube shout outs, you know. Come to my YouTube, maybe slide into World Star, but it'd be like World Star. You know what I'm talking about? Simply stood there to document the behavior. Oh my God. Within 30 seconds of filming, her tirade was done and she left the poor staff in peace, and hopefully her sweet boy got to find a potty. I'm off to find a COVID test. Thanks, Karen. Cough, cough. I want to return something, but it's at home. I want to return something, but it's at home. But it's at home. But it's at home. Oh no. Do we know what happened to Dr. Disrespect yet, guys? Why did Twitch ban him? Please. Please tell me why. Just tell me why Dr. Disrespect, guys. I don't really watch Dr. Disrespect, but I respect him. No pun intended. Here's why. It takes a lot to stay relevant on Twitch when it's really just become a thought campsite. You know, it's all about who's got the nice butt. Damn, YNK, you know I appreciate you in the heat of the night, baby. Okay? And that's that. I do want to know what's going on with this man and his DX Racer gaming chair. That's what the gamers sit in. See what Kyle needs? I got my eye on this $200 chair though, because that's a big man's chair. I know I'm never gonna have any problems sitting in that chair. It's got a big weight capacity. I don't want to have to. I got a big man's ass. Ooh, yeah, too big for a DX Racer chair, unless they were going to cut two of those bastards and put it together, one for each ass cheek. What were we talking about again? Dr. Disrespect. Why was he banned? Will we ever know? Will he ever know that he's my hero? I want to be Corporal Compassionate or some shit like that. He really went there. Dr. Disrespect is now Bachelor Band. Oh my God. He ascended to the next level. All of the subscribers, guys. What about their monies? Does the money go to me? That's the way it should be. That's okay. I guess we'll find out eventually. I kind of wanted to type the Karen cough. Karen cough. Oh, 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 oh. Who raised these people?
Do you really need this? What do you want to do? Post it for you? How about that?
How about that?
Old ass lady.
I think I'll get real close to you and hop on you then. How's that? Asshole.
Bitch trying to return something she don't have. Amazing. Bitch trying to return something she don't have. You're lucky I don't kick you. Get the hell out, bruh. Ooh! Whoa, who got the shovel? Somebody said, I'm so tired of watching these people walk away untouched. Damn, Terrence Howard. He had the force of 1,000 I'm not War Machines anymore. Fucking got him, Terrence Howard. You could have been War Machine if you didn't think you was too much for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, okay? Cheers. Damn, Flanders. That's a hell of a doctored image. This is peak Kyle energy right here. Guys, I love you to death, and I don't want to bore you all night. I'd love to get more information on whoever this lady is, but seems like we just gonna find midgets and do-rags. Kyle, they would like to be called little people. What's with all the flat-chested broads on the internet? This is getting out of control. This is a wild comment section. Damn. Yo, listen, is it rude? Is it, what the hell? Oh, who taught him to do that? Yo, wait. Listen, Kyle, no. All right. I should watch Training Day with Dia. She hasn't seen that. Dia hasn't seen any Denzel Washington movie.
I've seen one and it had
It's probably the worst one.
Dakota Fanning.
Oh, barf. What the fuck Dakota Fanning got to do with nothing? Denzel Washington. What movie was he in with Dakota Fanning, dude?
It was like Man on Fire or something.
Oh, that one was pretty good. Oh, she was too young to matter.
Yeah, she was the little girl in distress.
Yeah, I guess that was Dakota Fanning. Whatever. That movie would never have worked with a little black girl. That's racism. You see what I'm saying? How is the audience gonna care? See, that's how the producers talk too. This kind of woke bullshit, is it gonna find its way into where the real money gets made, man? I know Netflix is shaking up the game in the way that they'll just produce anything, but I need to pitch something to Netflix. And I need to go comb my beard because it's kinky and not in the good kind of way, guys. Big titty time. See you guys later. Stay fresh, stay funky. Don't catch hands. Love you. Talk to you tomorrow. I want you to stay amazing. A special thanks as usual goes out to all of you. Thank you. Oh no. Damn it. I burped. Gross. I apologize for that bodily function that came out of me. And I said I wanted to thank you for all being here and liking the video if you got the opportunity to. I want to thank Jorge for his generous contribution as usual. And I would also like to thank YNK and Dr. House for their contributions. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. You deserve no less. Find something dope, send it to me. Otherwise, you'll see me again tomorrow. Brrr.